Hey there, welcome to Cord Cutters, the show that brings you the future of television today. My name is Janko Röttges and I'm going to show you Plex on the Roku today. Plex is a media server, media center solution that essentially combines online media, stuff that you find on websites, and local media, stuff that you save on your local hard drive through different devices. They are on Google TV. Recently we showed it in a recent episode on the PS3, and now they have a client for the Roku. Just came out. I installed it here. Let's take a closer look at that. Now, while this is firing up, I can tell you why I like Plex so much. Essentially, it combines, it has 4 different things that I can do with it, and 4 things that I really like about it. It can get all kinds of content from online channels that you don't usually have on the Roku. It can get content, my home videos, my photos, everything from my local hard drive. It can I can use it to maintain a personal video queue online, and I can share content with my friends. Let's take a look at these different things now, and maybe we start with the channels. So you know from your Roku already that you have different video channels available there, but if you take a look at this here, you're going to notice some names that are not available on the Roku. For example, there is YouTube right here. There's no official YouTube channel on the Roku, but if you use Plex, you can then access YouTube as well. And the way this works, I'm going to fire this up here and tell you how it works at the same time. The way this works is essentially I install a small software on my computer. The computer needs to be running at the same time. The Plex media server is running here in the background. I don't need to configure much about it. I just install a couple of plugins, including this YouTube plugin, and then I can access all of YouTube here, including the top-rated videos of today. I can browse this really easy, and here's a parody video of a Coldplay music video. So let's fire this up just to get an idea of the video quality, and I press play. I thought I pressed play. There we go. And what happens right now is that basically my computer loads this video, and then sometimes it needs to transcode it, which essentially means it needs to get it into the right packaging, the right format to play on the Roku. It then pipes the video from my computer to the Roku, and it plays here, and it, I think, looks actually really, really good. This is one way to access YouTube on here, but then I also have different channels. I think there's a whole about 100 different plugins that I can install. So this is a way to access YouTube on your Roku device, which alone is pretty great, but there's a bunch of other plugins as well. I think there's a total of about 100, and your mileage may vary with some of them. So sometimes, because the video gets transcoded, repackaged, the video quality degrades substantially, but some of them look pretty great as well. Actually, here Conan O'Brien has some stuff. You can access PBS, you can access Boing Boing, you can access The Daily Show, and I think it's a great way to access some additional content on the Roku that you can't natively on this device. Another functionality, another core strength of Plex is local content. So videos that I have maybe shot myself, that I have saved at my local hard drive. It streams those straight from my hard drive to the Plex, and let's see how this looks like. I have to warn you a little bit, my video collection is not very tidy. It looks a little bit like my bookshelf. Everything is kind of all over the place. But I have essentially a bunch of podcasts here, stuff that I have downloaded before. And let's take a look at an old Cord Cutters episode just to give you an idea. I play this right now. It gives me a bunch of different options. Essentially, I can rate content. I can, it tells me if I have watched it before or not. And if I have watched it before, like with this one, it tells me exactly where I stopped, and I can resume there. And now we're going to watch an old Cord Cutters episode. So it loads it. Again, the video quality depends a little bit on the video format. The Roku, one of the disadvantages of the Roku is that it only supports a few different video formats. So if you download media, if you have home media in a different format, it needs to get repackaged, transcoded first before it gets streamed. Sometimes that takes a couple seconds, so you have to wait a little extra until it finally queues up here. Sometimes it also degrades the quality a bit, so your experience really varies from case to case. So there we are. It took a little bit to queue this up. Sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it's quicker. Depends on the video file format. But now this is a file streaming from my local hard drive straight to my Roku, which is also not that easy usually to play local content on the Roku. Plex makes it much easier. And not only can it play this stuff, but it also kind of presents it in an interesting way because it shows me which videos I recently added, stuff that recently just came out, unwatched stuff, videos that I recently have watched. I can have collections, all kinds of different stuff. So it's essentially a good solution to play local media. Another aspect that I really like about Plex is their personal media queue. If you're anything like me, you've been in this situation before, you're working, somebody sends you something on Facebook or a link to a video on YouTube and you don't really have time to watch it, or you don't want to watch it in the office, but you want to watch it on your big screen TV at home. Well, with Plex, you can do this very easily. And if you take a look at my computer right now, I can go to a video website like Vimeo here. And then if I have a Plex plugin installed, I just press this little button in my browser bar, and then it shows me it added it to my queue. And after that, if I go to Plex, here's my personal media queue, and I have all these videos queued up here, and I can then, this one was the one that I just selected, Rear Window Time Lapse. It's a Vimeo video, but this service also supports YouTube, it supports embeds from a bunch of different websites. And there you go, it's loading up, and then it's playing here a Vimeo video that I have queued up in the office, actually queued up right here, right now. It's now playing on a big screen TV whenever I want. One last thing that I like about Plex, and that's now also available on the Roku, is personal media sharing. Essentially, if you know somebody else and they also use Plex with the Roku or with any of the other supported devices, maybe with a tablet, you can share media libraries with them. So you could share home videos, you could share music, and you can share photos. And I asked a friend of mine to actually share some of her photos with me. She has her Plex server turned on right now. So let's take a look at how this looks like. Essentially, those are photos that she took, that she is sharing from her local hard drive, and that I can now look at on my TV. So I just can browse through them and take a look at them here right now. And there you go. These are now served from somebody else's Plex media server. They have a little cloud service. It's really easy to invite other people to share their libraries with you. You just do it by email address, and then you can look at their photos. I think it's a really nice feature if you have family and maybe they use Roku. Roku is a good device to give to extended family that's not as tech savvy. So you install the software for them, then you drop all your photos in one folder and they automatically show up on their TV. I think it's a really nice addition to the Roku as it is as a device. So to sum this up, Plex does a bunch of great stuff in terms of local media, online media, and personal media sharing. And all of this is available on the Roku as well now. It's still an early product. Sometimes you run into some hiccups here and there, but I think it's worth the value, and especially because it is free. So go check it out, install it in the channel store, and then let us know what you like about it, how you use it, for what kind of functionality you use it, what you like best about it. Send all your comments. Maybe you have any questions, send it to cordcutters@gigaohm.com. You can also go to our website, gigaohm.com/cordcutters, and you're going to find the show notes to this episode, all the links that you need to install this software, and everything else. So keep checking the website, keep watching the show, and I see you next time.